Our family trip to Paris and then to Cairo, Egypt, December 2024. So our trip started off in Chicago, Illinois. We drove to Chicago from Flint, Michigan, which is about a 4.5 to 5 hour drive. It was a easy, straightforward drive, and we made great time. We got to the Chicago airport. Of course, we went through all the little tolls. I'm sure I was charged for some tolls on my card because every time I go through a toll, it doesn't matter if I pay it in cash or not, I always end up getting charged. Yes, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio transportation departments, I am talking to you all. Y'all always seem to get me. But anyway, we made it to the airport in good time. Our flight was delayed, so we made it very early. So it is 11:13 a.m. We were supposed to be flying out of Chicago at around 5:30 p.m. We are about 3 hours outside of Chicago, and we just got alerts that our original flight was canceled. Dun dun dun. But we got rebooked on another flight that leaves out at 7 p.m. So we will be even earlier, which is nice. So God willing, we will be earlier. We can get settled and we will be flying safely at about 7 p.m. The airport had a really nice prayer area in the international flight area. We got through customs like relatively fast to what people normally say. We made it through TSA with no issues. And, I even was able to buy me a cute little bag to keep our food in. Because, yes, I do take my own food on a flight because you never know what the food is going to be hitting for. You're going to want to have some cash to the side so you can buy some water because you can't take your water on the airplane, even though you could take your snacks. Always, 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 if you fly, take a reusable water bottle. Most airports have some type of filtered water or purified water in their water fountains, and you can go ahead and fill up your refillable water jug or whatever there. The bougie ladies, get your Stanleys, take them with you. That way you don't have to pay $5 for a bottle of water. You have already paid $70 for a Stanley, so use it. And that's it for Chicago. Listen, Paris was a whole thing, okay? We had this 10-hour layover in Paris, and so we're going to see the Eiffel Tower. And I also wanted to go to a Black-owned restaurant in Paris. I'm like, if I'm gonna be in Paris, I'm gonna spend my money with Black folks in Paris, okay? I'm always trying to look to spend my money with the Black folks. So we get to Paris. Our flight was delayed 2 hours, so we're 2 hours late in Paris. So now we only have a 8-hour layover. So we still gonna go see the Eiffel Tower. You know what I'm saying? So we have been watching videos of how to take the train, because there's a train station right in the airport. When we first got off the airport, it was like, oh, it's all calm and cool and collected at this airport. It's sweet, No. You get out of that international arrival area, a mess, okay? A mess. So we get out to the main area. We exchange our little coins, get some pounds so that we can spend money. Then we went to look for the train station, because there's a train station, right? So we look for the train station. If you're just in your concourse where the arrivals are, you have to get on the little tram that takes you through the airport. Follow that to baggage claim. Once you get to baggage claim, then you'll start seeing signs for the actual train station. When you get there, follow those signs. A day to the train station. Do not buy a round trip ticket. It seems like it's going to make sense? It does not, and it is not in fact a round trip ticket. It is a one-way ticket. Like it's gonna make sense. Now they're changing all of this beginning January 2025, so this information may have changed by then. But as of 2024, do not buy a single ticket. Buy a day pass, a card that will get you on the SER all day long, or RES. I think it's RES, or RER. I don't know. So make sure research. When we got there, there were so many people in line waiting. It was so chaotic. Not many of the attendants spoke English, and if they did, you're on a layover, the greatest English. From my experience, from this experience, is that it has shown me. If you're on a layover, I don't care if it's a 10-hour layover, I don't care if it's a 12-hour layover, if it's not a 24-hour layover, either know your way. Like, you've been to Paris before, you know how to do this, you've done this. 2, have a guide, or don't take the train. Take a G7 taxi. See, the G7 taxi can go in the taxi lanes, which they have in Paris. So if you're taking an Uber, it's going to have to drive with regular traffic, and it can take you 2 hours to get where you're going. So we did not see Miss Eiffel Tower. We saw Paris train stations. So Google Maps is not the app to use for taking the train in Paris. It's not the app to use. Find something else. There was an app that the guy said on the video, so I don't remember it either, but maybe we'll find a link and put it up here, because Google Maps get you almost there. Almost. And we saw a little bit of the city because we did decide to just give up on going to see the Eiffel Tower, and we went to Baba Zulu's, which is a chicken and waffle space. It's black owned. It's got like kind of black American food-ish. It was good food. We had some chicken and waffles. We ate. It was a cute little ambiance. The owner, I think it was the owner, I'm not sure, but the guy working there was super nice. And it was a good experience. I'm glad that we could go, even, when we were out of the country, and support a black-owned business. That was the highlight of Paris. Other than that, it was a little dirty to me, but it's just my opinion, and I didn't get the full experience. So that's what that is.
I don't like Paris.
What'd you say?
I don't like it.
Our next stop was Cairo, Egypt. Let me also say, so we flew Air France, which is like in conjunction with Delta, and they had a really nice little meal. Okay. When we flew from the US to Paris, we had dinner and we had a little breakfast, which was like, it was really cute. And when we flew from Paris to Egypt, we had a little dinner, and it was nice. So know that, even though I did have snacks on board, okay, we had oranges, apples, grapes, crackers, because I'm not gonna be hungry on no flight. Second flight was to Cairo, Egypt, and we flew out of Paris at about, I think it was like 6:45, 7 p.m. And of course, we was running. Like, we was trying to get to that airport because we got lost on the train in Paris, and we was just like, it was bad, all right? It was frustrating. Everybody was tired. Jet lag was kicking our butts. We had been walking all day with backpacks, so it was exhausting. So we got back to the airport with enough time. Again, I give it up for these airports because they got us through customs with the quickness, and there were not any jerks or anything working for TSA. So high five for that experience. Some things to know, like when you arrive in Cairo, if you do not have an e-visa, you need $25 cash to get your visa. $25 cash, American dollars, to get your visa. And you get your Visa card, and then you have to fill out this other card that they give you on the airplane. Now, they just stuck this thing in our in our little food thing at the air on the airplane. They didn't tell us like, "Hey, fill this out before you go in." So when we got in, we were like a little caught. We were a little behind. So, but they got us through. We filled it out. We got there. We go to baggage claim. Know that when you go to baggage claim, there are gonna be some dudes in some like red shirts. We were at Cairo International. This is my experience from there, nowhere else. There are these guys with like these red shirts on, name tags. They look real official. You think they work for the airport? They do not. They work for another company, I'm assuming, and they want to help you get your bags, but they also want a tip. You feeling bougie? Go ahead. Go ahead. Pay them people. Have them get your bags, especially if you have a lot of bags. But like us, every person had one bag. It was a very manageable bag. My husband stepped in there. He grabbed everybody's bags. We were boom, boom, in, out, got our bags, got on down. They will be forceful. A term that I learned, which just means like enough, is kifaya. Kifaya or halas. That means like enough. I'm done. No, I don't need your help. All right. You start off with la'a shukran. That means like no, thank you. They don't listen. Then with khalas. Then you go to kifaya, and we had to do that. We had to use that one time, and it did work. SIM cards. If you're going to be in the country for a week or more, get you an Egyptian SIM card. Even if you have an international plan, I have an international plan, and it's not the greatest. Okay, so I went and got me a little Egyptian trap phone and got me a little plan. The phone cost about $100 US. Know that you need to make that investment, or else like trying to get an Uber or trying to order from apps that like they have these amazing food apps where you can get food delivered to the crib whenever. We really haven't, seen much. We went to Cairo Festival City. It is like a city. It is huge. It is beautiful. A lot of great shops in there. Shout out to House of Cocoa. Shout out to Vasco. Those are some of our favorite coffee spots in there. They have a grocery store. We went and got groceries, tissue, the things that we needed. One night we stayed till like almost midnight, and they have a movie theater in there. They got like a bumper car place. They got like a bounce house, a bunch of restaurants, and it's really easy to Uber to the mall. The Ubers are really inexpensive, which was great. Us Ubering, maybe a 20-minute Uber ride is about $3, and that's with the tip. I will follow up with y'all and just tell y'all what I'm learning. One great thing that I did do was I got a adapter, like a phone adapter, so that I could plug my phones up, because they do have different phone outlets here. They have like different outlets for your electronics. And I also got an inverter. So I got it off of Amazon, and it came with a little inverter, and it has 3 or 4 spots, so I can hook all my devices up there, and it can control the power. I implore you to get out, to travel, to see the world, to have fun. If you have kids, take them with you. It will be an experience that even if they don't understand it at the time, it will be something that will be life-changing for them. So I will be kicking it with y'all again soon. Masalama from Cairo, Egypt.